Alex, a week of mixed emotions, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. It's obviously Saturday was disappointing from our point of view to lose the game, but I've always said the best thing about football is when you've got a Tuesday game to bounce back from that, and I thought that Tuesday's game was a brilliant way of doing that. I thought the players that played really showed their commitment to not only the group in terms of putting on a performance to bounce back with a win, but also their own individual performances. You ask them to go and be at their top level, and I thought that the majority of the players did that, and really pleasing to go through, with 3 wins, and like I say, to put to bed Lincoln, and now after that we can move on now to Saturday's game.
Just talking about Tuesday night, it's a much maligned tournament, of course, by many, but for clubs like yourself, it's a godsend, isn't it? Because it really does give you a chance to have a look at the squad.
Yeah, it's an opportunity for for the players that don't play on a Saturday to go and show why they should be playing. I think that it's a brilliant cup for us with an opportunity of getting to Wembley. So we want to go all the way in that cup, in that competition, and we've got a bigger squad now. We've got talent that isn't in the team every week, that isn't even in the squad. So it's a great way for them to go and perform and show, like I say, how good they are. So whenever you get the opportunity to play and put the shirt on, you have to perform, because there's always someone waiting at the moment. And I think what we've got at the moment is a team that for 98% of the time this season, when we've asked people to go and deliver their top performance, they have. So Saturday was a blip for sure, but it doesn't make certain players poor, or it hasn't meant they've had a really good start to the season, which they have. But what it does do is, by the performance from the players on Tuesday, it puts pressure on the others around them, which now has to drive the others forward. So really good place to be, and like I say, that competition for us is really important. It's a really important competition, and then we want to go as far as we can.
I know we talked about on it on Tuesday night, but it's nice to see the youngsters involved, and of course they've got their chance to shine next Tuesday night in the FA Youth Cup.
Yeah, it's always a special occasion when you're obviously the FA Youth Cup comes around, when you're in the academy. I think that we've got a really strong group down there. I think having some of them, in the squad on Tuesday will give them the feel that they're going to feel. Sometimes it can be quite big when you first get the opportunity to play in a stadium with fans and under the lights. It's always special when you play under the lights. It doesn't matter what level you are. So it's really important that they get that feel, which we've given them now. So hopefully that helps them. But I think that last year we had 2 successful rounds. But so I think now that we want to go as far as we can in that as a club. We want to set the tone in the first team, but also for them to go and deliver as well. So really looking forward to that. We'll all be there watching. And, hopefully this year we can have a really successful year in the cup.
I'm looking ahead to the weekend. Bradford, of course, they're going to come in numbers and with some good form behind them.
I think they've been incredible this year so far. I think that Graham's got them playing. The momentum from last year has carried on. They play some really good football. We've got some top talent in their squad, and there's always someone that delivers teams that have a certain way of playing, but also the work rate, the desire, everything about them. They compete for everything, and you can see that in the results. Probably standout one is going away to Cardiff and winning there, and I think that they've really hit the ground running this year. So they deserve to be up there, absolutely. And we know that it's a really tough game for us, but obviously at home it's great for us. They, like I say, they will be coming in numbers, and hopefully we get a brilliant atmosphere like we did against Luton to drive us forward as well. These are the games that you want to play in. These are the games you want to be involved in as a coach, as a manager, and we're going to need everyone on Saturday to push us, because these are 2 teams that have started the season really well. and I think that it should be a top game, and we're really looking forward to it.
I guess it shows a good deal of respect to yourself and the team. The fact that now teams are looking to stop Stevenage playing, and you're going to get more of that as you keep up this run.
Yeah, you have to. If you've had the start that we've had, and it is, we've always reiterated it's been 10 games. But if you have the start, you have teams now look at us slightly different. They give you respect. They might change certain things that they haven't done. We've seen that already in games this year. So, but it's embracing that. It's embracing that challenge that teams are going to change. It's embracing that teams now might set up slightly different against you, and it's making sure that you have that confidence and that belief to go, okay, that's fine. This is what we're going to do it. But we don't change. We are a team of set principles. We have our DNA of what makes us as a team, and we don't change that. They are the principles and the DNA. Within that, there's certain times that you might have to do things that you might not always do because pitches change. But that's all part of it, from the top level to the bottom level, that teams change to stop you from scoring, to make it difficult, and we need to have the answers for that. So we've like I said, we've gone over that this week to make sure that in those types of situations, what do we do? How can we improve? What can we do better if we find ourselves in that situation again? So hopefully, you look at it and yes, it's a loss, but also sometimes you might need a game like that. You don't want to, very often, but sometimes you might need that to help you get better. And like I say, the reaction this week has been really good. The reaction on Tuesday was top draw, and now we've just got to make sure that on Saturday we go and produce our type of performance.
How is the squad? They sound in pretty good spirits.
Yeah, they're rather loud. Everybody's good. It was great to see Dan Phillips getting through the game. I think it's been a bit stop-start for Dan this year, and training-wise, and obviously going away. So it's great to see him back. He'll get stronger. Lewis Orford obviously produced a performance that we really liked. That we saw some really good things, and so far in that cup, Phoenix has delivered. It's all round the pitch. Robbo, Javan, we've so many people there delivered performances, but we can only fit so many into the squad that we feel are the right ones to get a victory and put on a performance. So it makes our life difficult, but that's what we want. We want that because that drives competition, and for us now, it's full concentration on making sure that we produce a performance of like I say, our DNA and our way. And if we do that, we'll make teams have to work really hard to get wins against us, and that can only give us more confidence.
Injuries, how are we looking?
Well, we're starting to see Nick Freeman and Louis Thompson back on the grass with us. They joined in today, which was really good to see in terms of their kind of redevelopment back into the group. So it's good to see them. Obviously, Jake Young came onto the pitch on Tuesday just to get him back into the swing of things. Luther, at the moment, we'll have to see. He missed last Saturday, but we're just waiting to see how he reacts to a couple of days with us. So it's going to be touch and go with him. But other than that, we're really looking strong and looking forward to picking a squad to deliver our performance.